Hello, my lovely spectators. Didi here, and welcome to my studio. So today is a special event. Actually, I'm stoked to be part of Tracie Fox's collaboration. So let me just get all the good information out there, and that would be part of what this is saying here. So this is part of my description box. So just want to make sure we are doing, well, I am part of her December Daily Advent Christmas Clusters for 2025 collaboration. So that includes freebies that she is providing on her coffee shop and 31 different collaborators joining in the fun, one for every day of December. So if today, December 5th, is my day, so you've probably seen 3 other lovely creators making their clusters with the freebies that she's given. So down in the description, you're going to be able to find the link to the calendar so that you can click on each of the days. If you've missed days, you can go back, click on the links, and you'll be able to find the videos from all of the collaborators that are participating in this event. You'll also be able to click below to her link where you will be able to get the freebies, which is what I'm going to show you. Now, there's 4 different freebies that are going to be coming out. This is the first one. This is called Traditional Christmas. It is set number 1. And so we do have a good number of pages here. And there's going to be 4 sets. I'm looking at my little sneaky. So we had a calendar, we had to confirm our days. So I just wanted to look. So yeah, so sometime around maybe the 8th or so, or the 9th, a new freebie will come out, and you'll get that with the new creator. You'll be able to get the link there. So yeah, and then another one possibly around the 17th, if I'm reading the calendar correctly, and then another one around the 26th. So all of you out there that are not participating in the collaboration officially are more than welcome to go grab those freebies. And if you wanted to, you can use the hashtag, which is what you saw on my video. It is hashtag December DDACC 2025. Okay, mine has day 5 on it because my day is day 5. So actually, sorry, my bad. There's a hashtag DDA Christmas Clusters 2025. This is the hashtag will be able to bring you to the people, and then she also has another collaboration with another set of creators, which is the December Daily Advent of 2025. So if you look up that one, you'll be able to find people from that other collaboration that is using her paid her paid set that she has. But that's something for them. For you guys right now looking here with me, we're looking at the freebie set. So I will say that I am very much excited, I guess, that I was even allowed the privilege to participate. And then when I saw the list, the little calendar that I kind of I was like, wow, okay, there's a lot of people in here. I'm kind of on the early side. But then as things started to roll along, because, we've been giving this ahead of time so that we can, prep our videos and get everything done. I started getting a couple new subscribers, which I was like, whoa, that's so cute. So I'm not a big channel by any means. I have maybe at the time of recording 133 subscribers. So I was like, oh, where's the subscriber coming from? Because the last time I participated in a collaboration or a challenge, I had gotten some new subscribers. So what did I do? I went in and I looked and I saw that, oh, we're just subscribing to each other, which is something that I always do. So I did go in and I subscribed to everyone else and I looked at their channels and I was like, oh, these are really great, color creators. And, they're not all big channels. There's a good number of small channels like us, which I totally appreciate Tracie doing because we all have something to give. And I'm glad that we were able to participate and maybe, find some new viewership. So if you do like what you see, please consider subscribing. So let's get into what we're doing today. So I myself had to do a little research, but let me first show you this and then I'll talk about what it is that I had to research. This is the freebie. So like I said, it's called Traditional Christmas. Excuse me. And I printed this out on 65 pound cardstock. Okay. And so there's 5 pages, I believe. So you have a page of elements here that you can fussy cut. And I'm not sure if you can tell, it's very subtle, but what Tracie likes to do is that she does put like this little edge around it that would allow it for not to be so stark white, which is fabulous, right? A lot of us do ink. I know that I ink, but some people don't. So that might be a nice little thing to cut back on the white. So here's the first thing. We've got different elements. We've got 2 versions of Santa's, some foliage, the number 25, and, the tree, the usual traditional imagery for Christmas. She also gave us another page of strips that are there, and some other little elements that clearly can be cut out and used as labels, also still focal images and things of that nature. So the usual thing, the Santa, the children, the retro style, the vintage look. You've got the strips here, which, you can totally cut them out as strips, but I mean, you could easily cut them into individual pieces as well. The other piece we have is another one with some larger elements, which are labelish shapes, taggy shapes. You use them as you see fit. Just because it looks like a tag doesn't mean that you can't just cut that piece off and ink around it and make it square. So many options here that you can do. A lot of 25s because it is about Christmas, and 25 usually is the main number. And then, so it was 4 pages. My bad, it was 4 pages. So you have this one, and then a final page is this, which is just these random squares which have well, they're not all squares, but anyway, have different types of background settings. We have like music, we have some foliage, some framing, very nice, subtle, vintage, rugged. Rugged I don't think is the correct word, but grungy isn't the correct word either. So these are the 4 pages that we have been provided. So again, these are freebies, and you can go down into the description and you can click the link and be able to grab a set of, this is set number 1, and you can play along. And if you want to post a video, like I said, the hashtag is again hashtag DDA Christmas Clusters 2025, and people will be searching for that cluster and they could possibly find you too. But there is a calendar that is set up with the official, I don't want to say official, like you shouldn't feel like you should, but the ones who actually did sign up for the collaboration, and Tracie did forward these to us to participate. So that said, I have some stuff here on my paper. Ooh, hope that didn't bother anybody. I've got this red for the Christmas. I've got some random little pieces of, scraps and stuff like that. And here's why. I signed up for it. I was excited. I wanted, I love a good collaboration. And then I was like, wait a minute, what do we have to do now? So I had to kind of wrap my head around what is it that I was trying to do. And so dorky me, nerdy me, wanting to make sure that everything is correct because, I also teach for real life. I'm a teacher. I don't want to misinform But you know, if I make a mistake, I'm willing to, you know, admit it. So I did a little search up, and I really went in and said, you know, what is a cluster, so that I would not misinform and not misrepresent. So let me just give you some little background. Basically, a cluster is small, layered, decorative embellishment from various mixed media scraps, a little tiny mini collage, right? And then you can glue it into your journal. Okay, so what does that comprise of? 3 to 7 small pieces layered together. And then it gives a list of all the things. So I try to grab as many of these things, you know, paper scraps, fabric, lace, stamped or ink pieces, labels, words, buttons, charms, brads, die cuts, fussy cuts, threads, or fibers, right? And then it gave me this whole other stuff, which is like, hey, great, I'm not even going to worry about that. But if you want to take a little screenshot, by all means, there you go. So I went around looking for things. So I had this, which I had gotten this off of Facebook Marketplace for like $2-3. It's a table runner. I had some ribbon, black and white, which is like, yes, I know that, you know, like, hello, Christmas. But I always like to inject a little bit of black and white. I also did some prepping. I had some tissue paper, so I made a bunch of little things out of tissue paper. I found some other ribbons that I had around the house. Some of them may go with the colors, right? I had some other stuff here. I coffee dyed some of this, I think it was a curtain that I had gotten, a vintage curtain, and I washed them because, you know, kind of a little funky, but then I washed them, and then they kind of like fell apart. The edges had like a lot of lace and embellishment, but the inside was this fabric, but it's so fragile that I can't use it as a closure, but as little pieces and snippets to decorate, hey, why not? So I have that. I also pulled some other ribbons that I had gotten. So got a bunch of ribbon. I pulled some twine, and whatnot. And then I also took the time to cut out every single thing. and I also found some fabric that I had gotten off of Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace has been my go-to. So I got a bunch of these things. I cut them all out. Okay, and I'll put this to the side. That was just where I was holding everything. So I fussy cut everything out, and I used a decal edge trimmer. So I don't know if you can tell that this is wavy, and walnut stain was my go-to color. I know we don't want to sit me here watching me fussy cut or, you know, doing any of the inking, because that is a very laborsome and also very kind of boring-ish kind of thing. So everything is cut from all of the little background pieces, the taggy pieces, the ephemera, everything. So I've cut everything out. So that then in this process, so I don't have a straight up idea of what I'm doing. So I did my research, and I wanted to kind of create with you as I'm doing this video. So there's all my background. Here's all my supplies. Let me show you I showed you some of the other things. Oh, these things are tissue. So I made little envelopes. I wasn't sure, so I have like some standard. They're kind of on the biggish side. I made some little puffs, you know, just by folding it up and putting a little staple in there. I made some ruffles. You see these things being made all the time. People who have sewing machines. I have a sewing machine, but I don't have the space for it. But I'm like, why can't I make a ruffle and just staple it? Hey, why not? So that's what I did. I did some ruffles. So I made a few of each thing. And basically of these, I made like 5. Because, hello, I'm day 5. So we're going to try to make 5 clusters. So the idea is to figure out what it is we want to layer. So I'm definitely going to be using ribbon, but I don't want to make 5 of the same. So it's kind of like a mass make, but kind of not. So I need to figure out what my elements are. So I want to, of course, include this, right? Many of these, but I need to also figure out what is going to go with it. So I unfortunately am not going to use these because I didn't want to cut them up. I do like them, and I want to put them into my December daily that I'm dealing with like it's a chore that I'm making. So let's just look at some of these things, right? So we've got the shaped elements, and then we have like take out the background. So I definitely plan to use these at least as one of the layers, right? So this was the page of the background images, right? So I have cut them all out and inked them all up. I also cut out all of the different elements that were like labels, tiny, all the numbers, all the foliage, all the pictures. Here's some more of the backgrounds. Hopefully I'm staying in the frame. I think I need to move you down a little bit, right? Looking at those elements. So we've got shaped elements, and then we have these elements that are more rectangular. So these are the 25s. This is some pictures. Here's our Santas. Here's another person. The 25s, people, tags, words, tags. This is background, words. So, one little random Merry Christmas. I thought it was so cute. Candles, elements here, taggy kind of things. So I'm just separating into shapes, into the numbers, 25, into the tag like people. Fussy cut the Santas, put the Santas over here, and the numbers. Okay, so almost there. I think if I keep talking, it's going to be whatever. So the numbers and the Santa and the faces are over there. Our elements that are shaped are here. Some little pieces with words are there. The number's 25. These should be over here. And some small little taggy pieces. Yeah, I'll put that over there. Okay, so it leaves me the tiniest little bit of workspace, but not really. So I want to incorporate some ribbon. I want to incorporate some fabric. I want to incorporate maybe one or two of at least one of these poinsettias. I probably want to incorporate some paper as the background. I don't think I have music, which is the traditional, I think is more traditional to add to a holiday thing. The white, I think I want to include the white. I'm not going to probably ink that. There should be some starkness of white because of the idea of like the wintry season with the snow. But then you have this, which is the vintagey of the traditional Christmas and the kind of vibe here. So that's how my brain was going. So I think I want to take out some of the pieces. So I'm going to build I'll be honest, I don't know if I want to use any of the people. I'm not huge into that. I do like this Santa, so maybe I'll do one with that Santa and this Santa. This one, he looks very judgy, so I think I'm going to put him back into the bag or on the side over here. So I have two clusters here that I kind of have my focals. The other focal that I kind of wanted and loved was the tree. So that's a definite. So I have 3. Birds are nice. They're not exactly my thing. And I love this holly. So that's going to be one right there. And then I think a candle. Okay. So I think these are going to be my 5 focals. Okay. And because we're layering, I'm going to put in another part. So I want to look at these numbers. The 25, where that might best go, in my opinion. So I think I'm going to throw a 25 there. I think I like that 25. No, that's too much holly and holly. Let's put him there. That's more, I like this one there. And the big old 25, no, not really. Let's do this with this guy here. So each one has a 25. Okay, so this is just me trying to figure out how I'm going to put these together. And I need one for here, so I think I'm going to put that guy. So I have 3 left over that I'm not going to use. I'm going to put them back, and I'll put them in my December daily or whatever the case is. Then we have some words of... And I think that the ones that went out are these 5 because we have people, and I don't want to put any, except for Santa, I'm not putting any people in there. So let's try to put that together. And right now I'm just separating it to kind of get a feel of what I think might work together. That maybe this, no, that. So I think I'm going to put this one with this one and that. Okay, so I just want to give myself options for the 5 clusters first. And now we have a bunch of these. Now, I do like these, and I think they could form their own little cluster, these little ones. And they probably would fit nicely in here. But I had at least one idea. I had an idea. I'm looking for the ones that don't have much on them, which are these more blank ones. Where is it? There was another one. This one. And I'll show you. I realized that I'm a little bit out of frame. Let me change this a little bit. Yeah. So I do like that. These I feel are too big to go with these. So I'm going to put these guys off to the side, the bigger tags. And then I have 4 of these taggy ones. This guy's a little too little. I'll put that one as a part of this. Okay, so that's an option. Those are options. So let's see where we might put these together. I think ooh, this being a flower is just throwing me off. So I think that might go in this one. I like this one for some depth there. I think for this one here, this little guy here, and then this one here. Okay. So I know it said 3 to 7. These are all the paper elements, and right now I just want to like kind of see what goes with what in my brain. And then we have some of these that are possible, right? Which are the base pieces. I kind of call them the base pieces. And I want to take out the stuff that doesn't really have too much going on. So I wouldn't use these guys per se. I think I might stick to these. Okay, let's take these off the table and let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll take this one off the table, and let's take this one off the table. So they all have a very similar kind of thing. So let's just, tuck one to each one. And we'll go from there. Okay. Do I want to interject any of these papers? I think we have enough paper, and there's no, like I said, music paper in here. There's a little bit of writing paper, like book page in here, but I don't know if I really need it. So I think I'm going to pass on using any of this. Excuse me. Oh, I need to stop that. That's going to drive you guys crazy. Hold on. Okay, I just paused this so I could try to get it out. All right, so here we are. We have, let's see, can I go this far? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did do little ruffles for each one. I did 5. Where's my 5th one? Here we go. I did do 5 envelopes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the other one? 5. And I did do 5 of the, didn't I do 5 of these little puffy tuffies things? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I'm short one. 5. Okay, that's all right. I could just construct this and make this one of those puffy things if I'm going to actually use it. But that's all right. Let me grab a scissor. I'm going to grab my scissor. And let's grab some of this here. So I definitely want to try to incorporate some of this coffee dyed stuff. I'm just going to take a snippet, nothing too crazy. And then we're going to, so some elements I want to have in all of them, and then the main thing will be changed up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's grab another little piece over here, 5, and get this guy off of the table because it's just too much stuff. That didn't help before getting all right, so we've got this. Now we do have like a base of paper, kind of, but I did pull this out, and I did kind of like get like 5 of these clusters, and I think I want to put this as the base of it. So let's do that. And again, we're just seeing what we're gonna wind up doing. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. This guy's a little bit big. Let's switch him out for something smaller. This one here. So we've got 5 of those. We will put those to the side, as well as this. We have some additional, we need some other color in here, so we do need to incorporate something. I have this green simple ribbon, but I think I want to have another like flat piece, or maybe this, because it has that. And this is all I have in my stash. I really don't have very much of this, so I think I may want to put a piece in each one. So, and then I also noticed that this is how do you call it? It has it's wired, which I don't want to be in here. So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna grab a little what's it called? Oh, that's not helping. That wasn't so smart. Okay, I need to be pulling it from down here. So I want to get this off, and yeah, I had to pull it from the bottom. The wire is out. I don't really see a use for this, but the hoarder in me wants to hold on to it. So I'm gonna put it over here, and let me grab the other side and get that out, so we don't have wire. Okay, and let's grab this with a plier. And then you need to get yourself down to the bottom, right? I'm almost at the bottom. If I did it, get it straight, so it's off. And now I could just pull it straight off. Perfection. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't need that. I don't think I have another wired one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut a piece for each cluster, and we'll figure it out. And you may be like, how are you just cutting random pieces? Because hey, why not? Okay, and yep. So, cause they're not, you know, I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Do I want to use these? Not as I'm looking at this, no. So I'm gonna put that out of my sight as well. Don't want to be distracted. I kind of like this as well. So I think I want to cut a piece for this too. So let me just cut. It's very much longer. I'm going to cut that off there. It has wire, so we need to do the same thing again. So, I mean, these big wired ones that we get from wherever we get, you know, Michael's. I was going to say other places, but Michael's is, you know, gone. Michael's is like the only one. Oh, this one is, oh, copper. Interesting. This, you know what? Why couldn't I incorporate that? That might be cool. Okay. We're going to leave that on the side over there. The other one was like a rusty, crusty little, whatever you call it, silvery gray one. So this is interesting. Okay, we'll put it on the side over here. And again, we're just going to take a snippet and we're going to just put it. Yo, my clusters are getting chunky. Chunky. Okay, and there we go. So I have a little random piece, but you know what? We have the other piece. I'm not going to use this one then. I like the iridescent. This gives me traditional vibes, so I'm going to leave that there. So again, I'm not going to use the black and white, even though I love to add a little bit of black. And notice how there's no black in here. But do I have... No, I can't. I was like, I think I had this in black, but I do want to take some twine. So we're going to take some twine. Now, this is from wherever, but it has a little bit of that gold in there. We're just going to, you know, put a little bit of piece with each one. Okay. And, you know, so they're all going to have very similar elements, but then their focals are going to be different. Okay. Now, I do have this, but I think we have enough Oh my God, pergament. Remember pergament? That's 25 cents. This is from like, yeah, the vintage. Anyway, so we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, 4, and 5. Now this is lovely. These are poinsettias. They're sewed. It's not embroidery. I don't know if you would consider this lace. It also has the parts that are like like this curvature thing. I don't know if this would be a little bit too much. I thought I was going to be incorporating these, but I might just have enough. So I think we're going to leave this bad boy off to the side. So bye-bye. Oh, there's one more thing. Almost forgot. A coffee dyed some of this. And yes, I know it's tissue paper, but it's a tissue paper with the little sparkles in it. So I think I'm just going to rip off a little section to have there and possibly incorporate. So let me do this and let's rip off the other side for that irregularity. Okay, and yes, I will be throwing that little piece out. Okay, we can't keep everything. Let's do that. Let's do that. 1, 2, 4, possibly, I don't know, could be, and there we go. So, okay, all right. I don't even know how long we've been playing for. We've been playing for way too long. I've been playing around for way too long. So hopefully you're actually going to get here to see me actually do the clusters. So now I'm kind of worried about this video. But you know what? This was my process and hopefully this is appreciated. So we're going to start with some of the fabrics and laying. So we're going to lay some of the things out together like this, right? Nothing too crazy. Okay, so I want to have this like where I can actually see that it's kind of like an envelope. Yeah, that I think is good. So we're doing the first one, right? We got the envelope here. We've got the green that has that iridescent, and we've got this. And for the first layer, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to staple it. So I'm going to take my plain old stapler out and I'm going to staple that. So there we go. So we've got something going on there. Let's do that here too. Let's see. We're going to do that. We're going to add our bag. I'm going to put the little coffee dyed staple thing and then this one this way. Okay, so that has a little bit something different, but not very much. And we're going to start with a staple there. Okay, that's going to go back over here. And let's do the base over here. So this base is going to be another envelope, another piece of this, the red, and then the green on top. Okay, and we're gonna just staple that together here. Okay, and then we're going to go, we're multiplying. We're gonna go to this one over here. And let's see, we're gonna take this page, this also, this ribbon, and this. Okay, and where's that little puffy thing? Let's do this instead. We gotta start changing it up, right? We'll be adding more to this. Okay, there. You know what? It's like my whole wasted your time organizing whatever, and then now I'm just like going rogue. Okay, and then we're going to have a puffy thing there, and then we're going to have this way on the other side of it. Okay? Okay, as long as you grab everything that's there, that's going to be cool. So we've got this one from here, this one, I lost a little bit of my organization, this one here, and then this one from here. So we have like the 5 bases of clusters. Okay. I think that I want to incorporate this, but you know, do I want to do a bow? Let's see. Let's make a bow. I don't know if I'm like, wait a minute. Who knows how to do that trick? I believe it's like this. And then, oh, that didn't happen. How about this way? Don't we all struggle with the bows when we're recording? Isn't it that's like the usual, what am I doing here? I can't do a bow. All right, you know what? I'll be back. Okay, I got some bows though. Let me try to show you what I was trying to do and then watch not work this time. I hold this one on my middle finger, wrap it around my index, wrap it around again, and then I come in through the back side of it to get it between my fingers there. Okay, and then I pull that towards the front, and then I'm going to tie the tails like that. And I have to, yes, use my teeth to do that, to tie up the tails, because, you know, I only have 2 hands. And so I get to straighten that out, and there we go. I have a double loop bow. She's okay. So that's good. So that's like an accent element and stuff. So now let's actually start to just create the clusters using some of the things that are here. So I have this here, and I want to add that there, as well as a little bit of this. I want to put that poinsettia there, Santa here, and the 25 there. Okay, that means that I want to take a little bit of this as well, just like tails. Okay, so let's add some of this with some glue. Which glue am I going to use? Let's see here. Okay, let's use some of this Eileen's Tacky Clear. Okay, and we're just going to put glue right there. We're going to get that first layer with the paper. Then we're going to add another layer. Ooh, it doesn't want to come out. Another layer there of this glittered one. Okay, so I think I need to pull out. Have you seen these? These are cool. I'm gonna just do that for now. Let's see if it holds it. Okay. Then what did I do? Okay, I want to add this guy here as a base. Okay, so let's add that. And you know what? I think I want to add this first. Here we go. Let's do that. And we're gonna add this. Now I'm hoping that it's not gonna get too fat, for lack of a word, because you know, if it's gonna go in a journal, yeah, these things add, you know, thickness. Okay, so let's take a look. I used the stapler up here, so I think I'm gonna wind up sticking this bad boy in here somehow to kind of mask that. So I think that's a good go-to. So let's do that. Okay, and we'll still see all the elements, right? And then we're going to actually then take this one and go that way. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I want to add this and the 25 right here, right? So, and then I have the little bow. Okay, I feel like I want another layer. Oh, bang my head against the thing. I want another layer of tissue. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put another layer of the tissue right there. There's some glue seeping through. I think that's fine. So once you get some stuff tacked down, then you can go in and add a little bit more so that it, you know that it's gonna like stay put and not like fall apart on the places, you know. Okay, so we're gonna put, were we gonna put the 25 first or the Santa? Let's see here. Oh, I want it to be sticking down a little bit more. Okay, I think, let me bring this up. I think that might be the way that I want to see that. Yeah. All right, we're going to put the 25. And then we're going to put Santa. So we're going to put a good amount on Santa back there. Okay. All right. Okay. And this cluster is almost done. And we're going to put that there. There we go. There's our first cluster. Now, if this has been too long for you and you want to go, I understand. But it's a process, right? I mean, I know I like videos that are pre-planned, ready to go and whatnot, but sometimes you just want to see how somebody just put something together on the cuff, off the cuff. And so here is my one of my clusters, my first cluster for this. Now I will let it dry for a bit, and then I will come back in and look for any bits that feel a little bit off or loose. So I'm gonna do another one. Let's put that bad boy to the side and let's grab this one. Okay, so this one has that big tissue paper that's there. This one had these elements that were coming in with it, and we're gonna go ahead and add some stuff. So I think what I want to do is I want to add this guy here. Let's see what else. If we add this guy here, and then maybe some ruffle. I don't want to lose too much of any one thing. That's the thing that I think works best with the clusters. So we're just gonna stick things that look cute. I know that was so eloquently said, right? So we're just gonna stick this tissue. Now I will have to make sure that I cover those staples up because they're there. And this will initially cover up some of those staples. So am I covering up too much? No, I can still see a little bit of that tissue paper. It's lifted up. There you go. Okay, we'll just put some sticky there. Okay, I still see that there's fabric down there. So I want to put this there. Yes, I do. So let's put this bad boy here. Okay. And I'm going to put that guy right there. Oh, I think that looks cool. We do have some of that ribbon here, so I may want to put some of that ribbon there. And then I have our flower. Yep, that's looking good. So let's put some glue right here. And we'll attach this ribbon to it. No, it's not ribbon, it's curtain, but you know, it's ribbon adjacent. Okay, and then we're going to take our holly, and we're going to put a lot of on this, on all of the spots, all the little pieces that are sticking out. Okay, and this one I wanted to put. It has a bell, so I think I'm trying to make sure that I cover that staple, right? So I do have some more stuff that I could put here, and I do have stuff here as well as my little bow. So we're gonna add another little piece of ribbon of that fake tissue. Not fake tissue, it's tissue, the fake ribbon. And then I think this guy, let's tuck him in there so that we can actually cover the staples. Look at that. Bravissimo. Okay, hold up. Now, I don't like that covering too much of the pitch of the presents, but that's okay. All right, and we had one more element that we could add. Do I want to put it there? And then I could put the bow. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Or could I put the Merry Christmas? What do I want to put? Which one do I want better than the other? Let's see here. Okay, so let's, while I'm thinking, let's attach some more stuff to the other stuff that's just flapping around. So I just put some more glue in the back to the pieces that are flapping around. Okay, I think I'm going to put that. I think the 25 should be to put the 25 here. Do we like the 25 there and the bow there? I think so. Okay, I'm putting some glue there. Tucking that in there. And then this guy, we're just going to put, let's put it, where are we going to put this one? Can we put it on the top maybe? What do you think? I don't know. I kind of feel like the bow should be down here. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it there. Okay, a little dollop. And we're going to place that there. And let me see. Here is our cluster number 2. Okay, and so I'm going to put this bad boy. Nothing seems too flippy floppy off to the side to dry. We didn't use that. That's okay. We're going to bring our next cluster batch here and what we had as the pieces. So I think that for this one, let me add some more adhesive. I mean, you know, we lost the fact. In other words, we didn't lose it. I mean, it's there. We didn't get the sense that it's an envelope. So that might have been, you know, poorly thought out on my part. But I'm okay with that because, you know, we're developing this as we go. So this one might be a little too big. Does the other one have a smaller one? Yes. Let's... Oh, what did I do? Oh, I already stapled that one. Okay, that's not going to happen. So I guess we're using ribbon. We're using ruffle. You're using our faux ruffle to add a little more texture here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put it on top. So I think I'm going to put these guys facing down. Okay, and I'm going to stick that bad boy right there. Okay, so we got some white, some off-white. We got the red and the green picking out. The back has that fabric. This guy's kind of huge, so I think I might pass on this and we'll put him to the side. Let's get this tree is going to go on here, and this is going to go in here. So let's change this up a little bit. Let's make it interesting. Let's make it interesting. Let's make this look like it's, nah, I don't know. Does it make sense to do that? Like it's hugging, or this? Yeah, I think I want to do that. So I have myself a little picture frame kind of going on. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to place that on top of there. Okay, so I need a little more adhesive under there. This is the first time I'm using this Eileen's tacky glue. Actually, I'm liking it. It's not bad. It's pretty, you know, sticks when you stick it there. It sticks. So let's see how we're gonna put this. I'm gonna put this like this, maybe. What do you guys think? I'll stick this one up a little higher to add that, and then stick the tree here. Kind of. Yeah, I think so. I don't mind that. I think that looks cool. So we're gonna put glue on, you know. So again, the trick, right? We know we want the glue here, not on the edge. So we're gonna like that. I'm gonna put the glue right there, and then now we're gonna put this bad boy there. Okay. Okay. And gonna just glue it in the center. I don't know if you noticed, because like when I put it, I had it underneath there, and I know I kind of wanted to go over that. So I'm putting that on the center on purpose, right? And now we have a word, so I'm going to push this to the side. I don't need this. And now we have this. I kind of want to put it at the top of the tree since I don't have anything. I think that would be cute. And I think I need a little more adhesive to this to feel a little more stable with that. And then we're going to put, do I want to do a double one? I just stole it from the other cluster. Okay, we're going to do a double one. I think it just, it's cute. I think it's cute. You think it's cute? I think it's cute. All right, and there's my third little cluster. Okay, so do I need to add? Because it feels whatever. I feel like, yes, I'm going to need to add a little something, something there. So I'm going to stick some glue right there, hold it down, like that. This one, I was holding it down. I didn't hold it long enough. And this one's going to get hold there. So there we go. That's our third little cluster. Okay, let's keep going. We're on a roll, and this video is rather long, but that's it. You know, if you're here, bravissimo. If not, I'm sorry it was so long. I think I'm gonna right away make this look like a tag and put a piece of glue. I'm gonna put a little dollop of glue right there. Let that marinate here and put that bad boy right there. Okay. Yeah, so let's strengthen up some of this by adding some glue to the different elements so that they move as one. That gives them some stability. Okay, and then we're going to put this bad boy there. Okay, all right, let's hope I don't knock off the ribbon. Okay, put that bad boy right there. Okay. Did I get it off? Yes, I did. All right, so let's see. Can we add a little something, something behind it? Why not? Let's add another piece of white tissue paper. It was sitting there. Might as well. Okay, and I want to said that my red fabric had to be the back. And I mean, we're not even noticing it that much. I mean, you know, we see it here and there in some of them. So, hey. Since that one has, oh, I like this. Can I put the candle in there? Yeah, but I think I need something else with the candle. Let's see. No, I'm not going to put that. I think I am going to put the 25. Didn't use this. That's okay. I think I want to put the ribbon, the fake ribbon. Now, do I want to put it on this side? Or do I want to put it on this side? Let's see here. I think I want to put it on that side. So let's do that first. You know. So there you go. Put that like that. Make sure the staples are covered. And now I can take the whole entire thing, glue it onto here. And then I can take the whole thing and glue it there. I think that looks awesome. Awesome! Okay. And we go here. Okay. And then I'm going to put the 25 right there. Bravissimo. Okay, guys. We are rounding the finish line of my video with my wanting to do 25 clusters. So there we go. That's our other cluster. Seems stable, so I'm not going to add any more glue right now. Well, maybe a little bit just under here to catch up these guys. Here we go. Okay, that's the fourth. And so now we have our final of the 5. And let's see if I can do this in 7 minutes, and then the video will be an hour long. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to use that. I think there's enough whiteness in here. I wish I had more of the red showing, but that's not the case. But that's all right. Okay, and then I'm going to put some stability there. Let's see what we have going on here. So, oh, I didn't use any of this in the other one. That's okay. Let's see here. This is my Santa one. So let's see. I like this here. And I like this as well. I don't know if I need to do both things. I do want the Santa. Do I put Santa as a picture? No. Okay, I like the 25. I like too many things. Okay, let's get rid of this one. We have this. So let's figure out how we're going to incorporate all of this. Okay, I think I want to add some white down here, so I think I'm going to do that. Whatever, some glue for down here. I think I want to add this there. So I'm going to put that. Excuse me. All right, and then let's see here. All right, and then let's see. So, oh, stuck. I want this for sure. Where? Like this? I think I want that there. I want Santa here for sure. And I like this, but I feel like it has to come out this way. Does that make sense? I'm gonna come out this way. And then this could be, oh, I don't know. Let's see. Gotta make a commitment. Let's go. Just gonna glue this bad boy down. Okay, so we're gonna put that here. Okay. All right. And we're gonna glue Santa. It's gonna get added here. Okay. Right? Or do we want, no, we don't want this. We want Santa to be here. Okay, I think I'm gonna add another little bit of this. I don't know why. It might be a mistake, but I feel like it needs to go there. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got so quiet. I was all chit, and now I'm like, oh my goodness, the pressure. Let me stop. Let's put this glue here onto Santa. I'll put a heavy amount because I want him to be able to squish into that 25. Not the 25. The what is this called? The ribbonish. The ribbon. There. And then this one, I think I don't know. I want to like tuck it somehow. I don't mind that. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna tuck that bad boy there. Okay. And then the last little thing is going to be, I don't know, would you call these small? Now that I'm thinking about a small cluster, these are chunky clusters. I got the chunky cluster going on here. Now we're gonna put this little bit right there. All right, let's let that dry. Let me clean up a little bit and let's wrap up this video. I hope you're still with me. So let's look. This is the last one we just did. Things, of course, still have to dry. Some things that are kind of still needing some support. We're going to add a little bit more adhesive to things so that they are attached to each other a little better. Okay. Did we lose elements? Yeah. But yeah, yes and no. Remember, right? Clustering and stuff like that. So here we go. Let's move this up because he's moving. All right. So, all right. I want to say thank you to watching. If you stayed this long, here's my last cluster that I just made. All right. So we've got several. I don't even know. We got more than 7, but that's okay. There's 1. Here's number 2. Okay. Here's cluster number 3. Here's cluster number 4. This way. And cluster number 5. Because I am day 5 for our challenge. Okay, there we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed building these with me and maybe got some inspiration or realized that, hey, just roll with it. But anyway, if you did last this long, I do so much appreciate the viewing time. I would love a comment. And if you do want to see other stuff that I've done, please subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, have a very happy holiday and enjoy all the other collaborators. Again, find everything down in the description, the calendar to find the other ladies or contributors, and also where you can find the freebies so that you can also partake in this little adventure. So until next time, ciao, ciao. Bye.